down, put your hands together. I'm supposed to warm you up tonight. Welcome to Eden Cafe. Who's been here for the first time? Raise your hand. Ooh, we got some new. Steve, you have been here before, and you've already drank the Kool-Aid. So welcome to Eden Cafe. Tonight there are 2 exits, one in the front, one in the back. If you go out through the back way, make sure you wash a few dishes before you leave. Hey, it's really great to have you here tonight. Every Friday, every Saturday, we have entertainment. So it's either comedy or it's music or it's something fun that you're going to enjoy. Make sure you bring friends. Who's going to bring friends next time? Okay, well, you get a $20 bill. So you might think you're sitting in a cafe, right? Well, we're actually a registered investment advisor in the state of New York. And one of the reasons why we put this together is because we think Wall Street should start supporting the arts. What do you think of that idea? Is that a good idea? Well, that's good. I'm glad you're all here tonight. If you ever need our services, let us know. We're here to serve you. Move around tonight. Feel free to raise your hand or come up to the register or use the bathroom. Ed gave me a few rules to read. Our tapas and dessert menu is available throughout the night. Now, you may ask, what is tapas? I have no idea, but it's delicious. Who had tapas already tonight? How was it, all right? Mezza? All right. I've seen you guys before. You've been in here before, haven't you? Okay, very cool. Al Darcy. Alan Darcy. Yes. Well, it's good to have you here. This is an embarrassment-free comedy. We make an innuendo here or there, but it's good, clean fun, clean comedy. All right, so you like that. Awesome. And they're funny without having to go there. We'll be performing without a break, so feel free to order at the bar or the restroom. Order at the restroom or use the restroom. There's only one way to get there, so no one will tease you, okay? It's right down there. It is the world's coolest bathroom, by the way, as people take selfies in there. Most of them have their clothing on. Please do not toss the food at the comedians, but you can feed them later if you like. We will be doing an ALS fundraiser during the break, so all net proceeds are going to ALS. Now, our host tonight is a regular around the Albany area. He's performed a number of times at the Comedy Works, the Funny Bone, the comedy shows throughout Albany. Please give a big, warm Eden welcome to Jerry What Dymond! Woo!
How's everybody doing tonight? Woo-hoo. Thank you for coming out here tonight on a Friday night. Generally, I'm working in the convenience store selling coffee, you know, selling coffee, beer, and condoms, you know. We support alcoholism, caffeine addiction, and keep a couple of Jerry Springer show. So that's a good thing. I had a guy come into my store recently and asked me, you would buy a box of condoms? And I asked him, would you like a paper bag for that? And he looked at me and goes, no, she's not that ugly. So it's funny how that works out. And she was my cousin. I don't know. And she is ugly. I got a lot of ugly people in my family. I don't know how it happened. I think my parents had way too much spare time in their hands. I don't know. I've been with this county fair for 49 years, and I'm 48 years old. And I asked I said, what's up with that? And they said to my mom, I said, what? Because I got a strange name. Everybody got a middle name, right? What's your middle name, by the way? You can tell me one or two. Marie. Wow, you guys sisters? Yeah. Mother and daughter? Marie. Like Daryl, and Daryl? Because they don't Jerry, and Jerry, because we really have a problem then. We don't want that. But my middle name is Leroy. What? Named after a song, Bad Leroy Brown. What? And I asked my mom and dad, I said, how did this happen? Well, son, one night at the county fair, when the fair shut down for a night, everybody went home, dad and I were drinking and smoking too much. And this song came on, Bad Leroy Brown, and that's how you were conceived. I said, great. Good thing with a girl named Sue. Oh my God, it's crazy. So I'm also, any baseball, football fans here? Yeah. The Astros just won the World Series, first time ever. Give up to the Astros. Yes.
Houston needed it.
Yes, they did, because they had a rough time down there, and you know, God bless them, and I'm glad they're bouncing back, and they really needed that. They also won the Astro guy, shortstop, got engaged to his girlfriend. You know him?
No, I'm talking about the MVP that
Yeah.
from the area.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's the one. He's the one that got engaged to the.
Played with Valley Cats.
Oh, okay. All right. See, I'm in more into football. I like baseball. My best work didn't make it this year, of course, in the World Series. They never do. And of course, the Buffalo Bills. I'm a football fan of Buffalo Bills. You know, the two worst teams in NFL and MLB. You know, it's awful. But here's the thing. In a way, it works out good for me because recently I was down in New York City. And I saw the homeless people down there, and they're the real professionals down there. Homeless. We get homeless people up here as well, but the more professional ones are down in New York City. You know how you can tell? Two reasons. First of all, they have boards saying, "Will you please feed me?" with markers, and second of all, they have a shopping cart. they don't have a shopping cart up here. And so I gave this homeless guy a $5 bill. I had extra money. Me, a Canadian, had extra money. So he was like, he looked at what I was wearing, and he goes, "Dude, you seem to have it worse than I do." So he gave back my $5 plus all the money he had in his pot. So I'm like, I see a trend here. So I walk around like a 5-mile radius block and now in New York City. And I did the same exact thing to each homeless person I saw. Gave him a $5 bill and they gave it back to people all the money in their pots. I walked out of there with an hour's time, $200.10. Now, my thought was, who puts 10 cents into a bucket, into a homeless guy's bucket? 10 cents, really? What can 10 cents get you? You can't buy bubble gum, you can't buy candy, you can't make a phone call for 10 cents anymore. You just call collect, and it's your mother. No, you're not calling me for 1,800 times for a collect call. Get a job, son. You know, I'm hanging with some homeless people down here, Mom. No. But then, also up here recently, I wear, no matter what, good or bad. And I was on I-90 recently. This helped out another way, too. I saw a cop sitting in a medium. And I got scared and freaked out. And I was doing like 65, then doing 75, 85 to 100 miles an hour. And he followed me for like 3 miles with sirens on and everything, and I freaked out. So for like 3 miles, I was on shaking and screaming, "Oh my God, I'm gonna go to jail." So I just pulled over finally by the Twin Island Bridge. And he gets out of his car yelling and screaming at me, and he goes, oh, so I see you're a Mets fan and a Buffalo Bills fan, right, Mr. Dymond? I said, yeah. I also see you got a bumper sticker that says I support live comedy. So you must be a comic, right? I said, yeah. Well, Mr. Funny Man, I said, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday, I got an hour left of my shift. All right, I'd like to go home and spend it with the weekend. So either you find a way to make me laugh, or I'm writing out a bunch of tickets. I said, okay. Well, first of all, officer, I'm really sorry that I was speeding. I got scared because a couple of years ago, my wife left me for a state trooper, and I thought you was bringing her back. So he said, have a good weekend, and yeah, I'm giving you a warning. So see, and he goes, get a real team, will you? Like, go Yankees. I said, no, thank you. No, I like the Mets. So let's see what we got going on here. Okay, my wife kind of had a fit. All right, so are you guys ready for your first performer tonight? Woohoo! All right, this fella right here can be heard on Sirius Radio, Dr. Dymond Show, Pix 106, Y92. He's been seen at the Funny Bone, the Comedy Works, and of course right here at Eden's Cafe. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, very funny, Mr. Drew Jacobs.
Thank you very much, Carey. A nice introduction. I don't know how many times I've introduced as Jew Jacobs. Yeah, so that was always, usually it's by my boss, so it was always refreshing. I'm so happy to be here, I really am. Of course, I'm happy to be anywhere since they took the security bracelet off my ankle. Pretty pleased with that, thanks to the cops. Actually, I'm kidding. I took it off myself. Cops think I'm home watching The Big Bang Theory right now, you know. But actually, my age, I'd probably be watching Law and Order, right? Actually, at my age, I'd probably be asleep in front of the TV with Law and Order on. So it works out pretty well. Usually I take the bracelet and I put it on the Roomba, so the cops are monitoring me as I bump into furniture walking around my house. So, joke's on them. I used to put it on the dog's collar, and they kept monitoring me. They see me running to the bathroom all the time. They thought I was getting sick. It turned out I was just drinking out of the toilet, so worked out pretty good. Tell you a little bit about myself. I am married. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. it's 2017. You have to be recognize all faiths. I guess I am pro-gay marriage. I'm also pro-straight marriage, which is unusual for a comedian, so works out well. Any married people? Married, yes? How long? 18 years. It took you long enough to figure it out. Okay. One time? Yeah? One time? Two times? Couple of times? 18 years total?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good. That's all right. My wife and I are married 30 years. Not to each other, but I mean, combined 30 years. I'm just kidding. 18 years. Is your husband here? No? When's he get out of jail? No, I'm just kidding. 18 years, a good long time. Must have read the book. There is a book when you're married that long. 18 years is a long, long time for a mere mortal man to be towing the line. Till death do us part is the exception to the rule. Well, if you want a loving woman, let me tell you what you gotta do. Well, hop in your SUV, put the pedal to the floor in the self-improvement section of your local bookstore. You'll find it under W before X, Y, and Z. Well, the title that you're looking for is Wives for Dummies. Wives for Dummies is a handbook for the average slob. The author's not a doctor, he's a plumber named Bob. Wives for Dummies, it'll make you the best husband in town. You learn why you gotta leave the toilet seat down. Wives for Dummies. Wives for Dummies will help revive your weddedness. Wives for Dummies has a chapter full of pictures of where she really wants you to kiss. Well, you can read it on your Kindle. It's the hip new thing to do. Listen to the book on tape read by Maya Angelou. There's women lined up round the block to see the movie. Wives for Dummies stars their idea of a husband, Mr. George Clooney. Wives for Dummies, you'll be nominated Man of the Year. You learn to call her sweetheart, sugar, and dear. Wives for Dummies, it'll organize your honey-do list. It'll even help you keep her from getting mad. Wives for Dummies. Let's see. You can pick it up at Barnes & Noble. You can buy it from Amazon. You can download it from iTunes. Pretty much everywhere you can get it. Probably leaving one out. Pick it up. Wives for Dummies. Thank you.
Could you grab my glass of water from the
Sure.
table in the back?
I bring Jerry everywhere I go. He's my water boy.
I'm a water boy as well.
There you go. There you go. Cheers.
Well, my wife and I, we have 2 children. We have a boy and a girl. The girl is 88 and the boy is 90. My parents, yeah, they get to be like your children when they become that age. They really do. The diapers are bigger, I'll grant you, but they do get to be kind of that. You're always taking care of them. You know. I'm just kidding, really. I don't change my parents' diapers. I hire a woman to come in once a week, change their diapers. Hey, they only changed my diaper once a month, so it was like, you know, I think once a week is pretty good, really. You know, that people would say, you know, 10-year-olds shouldn't be wearing diapers. I say, you shouldn't pick on a 10-year-old is what I tell them. But, and they really are becoming, you know, when they get to that age, becoming more like kids. This just happened last Sunday. I was in Hannaford, and I looked over, true story, and there was a woman pushing a shopping cart, and in the front of the cart was her mother. I swear to God, it was a specially made shopping cart, and her mother was riding in it like a kid would ride. You'd have a kid. And I went up and I said, "She's adorable. How old is she?" The mother hit me with a can of prunes. So, a true story. I couldn't believe it. I said, "That's ingenious to have that kind of cart." I don't know if she had it custom made or if they're hanging out at Hannaford, but look for that. Kind of interesting. But in terms of kids, got a song. This thing's broke. Is that your boy sitting on the bench? You know, he'll never get in the game. If that was my kid, he'd be scoring big time. Everybody know his name. Face it, my kid be better than yours. I don't say it to make you mad. The truth is, I don't have any kids. I'm just bragging on the son I never had. I remember the day he was born, 10 little fingers and toes, 6 on one hand, 4 on the other. You ought to see him play the piano. He split the atom by the time he was 10. You know, he gets that from his mother. He's a good-looking boy. He models boxers and briefs. People ask me, "Are you sure that you're his father?" Some people have a cat or a dog. That's okay, if that's what you're into. They buy their parents a bumper sticker that says, "My grandson is a Shih Tzu." You okay? Someday, he'll grow up with a wife and a house of his own. Every night he'll read a bedtime story to an imaginary son of his own. The boy'd look up to me. You know, I'd make a hell of a dad. But I love my peace and quiet, my money and my freedom, and I'll always love the son I never had. Who's having onions? I smell onions. Everybody smell onions, or is it just me?
It's just you.
Just you.
This just me. Oh my.
The lights are heating up to the
I
lawn.
guess so. Oh, you like this shirt? Like this shirt? I got this shirt at the Folk Singers Warehouse. It's marked downtrodden from the Bob Dylan collection. I'm a bit of a folkie, if you couldn't tell by now. I started out like a lot of people start out, singing in the shower, you know. I ruined 2 guitars. Thank you. Singing in the shower. Worked with my brother for a while. We were a brother act. You may have heard of us, Jacobs and Jacobs. You know how brothers are. You know, you're fighting, always fighting. You know, he wanted top billing. He wanted to call the act Jacobs and Jacobs. And I thought it sounded better with my name first, you know, as Jacobs and Jacobs. So I decided to change it completely and go out as Simon and Garfunkel. So that worked out pretty well. Increased people coming to the shows, and also increased disappointment and also lawsuits. So maybe it didn't work out so well. But I do come from a long line of folkers. My mother was a folker. She was a mother folker. and I learned pretty much everything I know about folk from her. She got me all folked up, and then she sent me out on my own. And went to college, went to Greenwich Village, enrolled in Folk U. Transferred to Woodstock, to their other campus, Folk U 2. Found some girls who liked to folk, and you know, eventually wound up here. You know, so it's a natural progression, really.